Welcome to the Value Maker podcast. My name is Ryan Perist. I'm your host, supported by Heather Bicknell, as we meet with the people that make the digital workspace work. It's about the technology, it's about improving people's work experience and finding the return on value.
Good. I'm happy to make it to Friday and looking forward to the weekend. We had our first snow yesterday, so
Oh, okay.
feeling seasonal, starting to get to the winter, the long winter, but good. How's your outdoor office working out now that it's getting colder?
It's cold. I've got a heater running now, and I've just realized that I need to seal up the floor. There's a gap in the floor. So as much as my face is hot, my feet are cold. So I was wearing slippers earlier today. Actually, for October, the winter wasn't so bad. It was 10 degrees, going down to 5. And now we've had a cold snap where it's been a couple of days of -2 with a low, it's the low and then a high of 3 or 2. And I'm still doing my walks in the morning. I'm acclimatized to cold and I'm doing my cold showers. So that's such a problem. When you're sitting still and you're just on phones like this, it's pretty cold. So I got a call earlier and I was like shivering. I was like, oh, this is too cold. So I
Get
need
one of
to
those
seal up
heated blankets or something.
I was tempted to say to my wife, can you bring me a blanket? But yeah, it's fine. And because, it's actually this time, I don't mind winter when it's like now, got beautiful sun outside, a clear sky. It's when it's raining and windy and it was snowing. We had a little bit of snow yesterday. Not like you guys get snow. Then it's, I don't like it so much, but it was actually quite pleasant.
Nice. Hopefully you can make it work. I think you put up more backdrop stuff, or maybe I didn't notice it last time. I'm seeing some
I
Star
have,
Trek. Yeah.
yeah, most of this has been here for a while, but I built the Lego chessboard. I haven't finished the pieces yet, but I've done the checkers part and that was the easy part. But this one took me a long time to build because I had to find time to build it. So this has been moved here now. And I finished building this one this week, which was my son and I do these things during the evening. So this is the what do you call this? A off-road racing car. What do you call them? Rally car. So that's got on the shelf. And then I had, this is the one I bought myself for Christmas, which was the GT4 GT. So I built this one after Christmas. This was quite a good build. Yeah. So slowly building the Lego out. Instead of watching Netflix, I'll build Lego. Or at least while I watch Netflix, I'll build Lego.
It keeps your mind brain connection to body connection.
Yeah, it does. And I also found, like, when I was used to be in a lot of conference calls and stuff, building Lego was one of those things you could build Lego, but not be distracted per se, because you can just follow the instructions and listen and do the thing. Very much an ADHD thing, having to keep your hands busy all the time.
Like a little fidget toy.
Yeah, exactly. What's news with you? 3 years now with Popular?
Yeah, that's how you say it. Yep. Yeah, celebrated a work anniversary this week. So hard to believe it's already been 3 years. I feel like working from home, that repeat daily experience does blur time a little bit more for me than in an office. So that's just one observation. I don't know. It went by somewhat fast, I guess. 3 years. But yeah, so that's a good milestone there. I guess fun technology wise, there are two things happening in my life. One is that my laptop just decides to charge or not to charge. I can't figure out why. I think it's something to do with the charging port itself. But Cyber Monday's coming up, so maybe time to get a new laptop. And the other thing is that I saw the kind of fitness app that powers some of the machines I have at home, like my treadmill, and I have a rower that came out with their AI assistant beta. So I was like, what the heck? I'll try it. So I've been experimenting with it sends you a personalized coaching plan based on the courses that they have in their app and just texts you like your weekly plan and then daily updates. So it's a little bit, I think it's not really gamified in any particular way. It's not like it sends you repeat messages. I feel like there's a fine line between not spamming you and also the degree of value which it's bringing. If it's just picking out like a workout, and they have a lot of content that's already built in a series, and I have particular trainers I like. So it's not quite customized. It's not like it's learned from my historical behavior of using their app for so long to provide that recommendation. And I think it feels a bit generic, but it's an interesting concept. So I'm going to keep playing around with it.
It's amazing how you mentioned the AI thing. So even Apple Fitness has come up with their whole recommendation thing. And I actually would honestly say it's been counterproductive as opposed
Tell me
to being
more.
productive. And I've been using a product for years now called Fitbod, which is my AI gym program app. And it's funny, it's almost like a love-hate relationship because for long, there was times where, I use it all whenever I go to gym. And the reason why I was using it is because I wanted something to track my personal records and I wanted to obviously cycle my routines for me. And it definitely loses its history over time. If I want to know how many times I've done this exercise, I've definitely done it more than 60 times. So there's definitely something there where it's losing it. But what I like about it is I go to gym and I say I usually do a full body training. It does come up with a whole bunch of exercises and I can just choose. Now, what it doesn't do very well is it'll estimate the workout to be 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour. But if I take an hour long workout, I can finish an hour long workout in 30 minutes. It doesn't fill the space. To say, okay, now I want to carry on working out. It's like I'm doing 75 hard still. I'm doing phase 1 now. So I still need to do 45 minutes. So if I get to 30 minutes and I finish the program, it doesn't fill the 50 minutes. So that's where Fitbod is a bit of a challenge because then you have to go manually add your exercise and then decide what you do. Now, what Apple was great for a while is that I could just log into the app. I go pick my HIIT workouts for 30 minutes and it's right there. I can just get to HIIT and I can just go do it. Now I've got 3 tabs and it's trying to recommend exercise routines for you. But I find the combination what I recommend is actually completely wrong. So it's recommending a dance workout and a treadmill workout, and I don't do the dance workout and I don't have a treadmill.
Yeah, not knowing your machine, your equipment is a big miss there.
And there's no way to, so this is where Fitbod's quite cool because I can go and say, I can create a profile, and it's not the best usability or user experience with this, but I can go and say, this workout profile is my home workout profile. So I've got 24 kilograms dumbbells, whatever this equipment I've got. And then if I go to gym, this is my gym profile. And if I'm at a hotel, this is the hotel gym profile. So I can have those things and then I can just pick those profiles. So it's better, but it's still not still not intelligent. If those 2 profiles exist, it doesn't look at all 3 of them and go, okay, your body recovery is X, you're doing this routine. Let me give you this which location you're at? Oh, you're at this place. Let me give you this workout now based on that. It's still in the context of the profile of the workout, wherever that of the workout config. So it's not an intelligent thing at all. It's just basically very basic. I wouldn't call it even AI. I'd call it just basically number counting for exercises with some rules. So I'm very curious to know how your AI is actually working. Is it actually finding giving you the resistance or the friction that you need to improve yourself based on it understanding you? Real personalization.
Yeah, I would say in its current state, no. So what's interesting, so you can set goals, right? Or like it starts off, it's all through SMS. So it gives you that chat experience. And you could say, I want to run a marathon in 12 months. And it would recommend, okay, here's your 12-month plan for running a marathon.
Okay, so
And it's going to
very
like
much
pick from
Fitbod,
its running workouts. Yeah. They also have excellent trainers who have you could do like a 20-week marathon course with one of their trainers. And that already is progressive. So why? It's like an odd mix of maybe if your goals, maybe if you'd like more variety, I don't know. I've gotten so used to their progressive programming that trying to drop in like week 3, workout 5 to like some random program just doesn't feel right anymore.
And this is where I am with Fitbod. So I have a love-hate relationship with them. But every time I've tried to drop them and go to a different app, I've gone, this app doesn't do what Fitbod does. So I'll go back to Fitbod. And for the $60 a year or whatever it costs, it does what it's supposed to do. And it does keep track of my personal records. And that's the other thing, you start building a history. And it's funny you mention your technology challenges. So I have multiple Apple Watches and then maybe it's Black Friday coming up or whatever, but I've got a 7 and a 6. So my 7 just stopped like the face stopped working. So I couldn't press any buttons or anything. So I reset that. I thought, okay, maybe it's just a software. There was an update trying to run and it failed. So let me just try and update it. Anyway, that basically bricked the watch. And I was looking, with Vitality, you can get an Apple Watch as part of your fitness thing, as long as you do 10,000 steps a day or $12,000. And it used to be quite reasonable. You used to pay like £100 and then you would get your watch over 2 years. And as long as you did your steps and got your points, you didn't pay for the watch anymore. And if you didn't do your steps, then they'd charge you £7 a month, whatever it was. But now that has gone up to a £300 entry fee and only £6 a month. So it's not actually worth doing it anymore. The incentive's no longer an incentive. So I always I've got the thing now, I go buy secondhand watches. So I went to just my local secondhand shop and I bought an Apple Watch 7 series to replace my other 7 series that was broken for $100, that's a deal. So I have a 7 and a 6. And I hadn't even got home with the 7 yet, and the 6 stopped working. So they've both failed me in the same day almost. And the 6 won't charge, it won't, whatever. So I've had to send them both off. And I'm back on, and now I've got this new 7 running. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is I was talking with one of the guys that he's a sports massage guy that comes up to see us once a month. And he said, now that you've got a broken watch, would you change away from Apple to like a Garmin or a Suntu or one of those? And I said, I might think about it. But then I thought about all the stuff that I've done with Apple, like the 3 rings and I didn't want to break my 4 years of never not getting the red ring. And this will be my first year, if all goes well, that I get all the rings completely thing. That's how locked in I am to this historical data.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, if you think about the historical data, it's actually irrelevant because it's all about what you do going forward that's important. But it's just these weird psychological things. And I think
But
this
if you
is
get to a year, then you have a clean year and then you can start over.
and then that's it. So then I could drop the watch, but it'll still be a psychological thing of I've closed my rings for 5 years. So I want to stop it now. And it adds no value in anybody's life. If you think about it, like you don't go around telling it, and it's just how subtly clever the gamification is. Because you're getting those little medals, like breaking 400% of your activity. It just, and I'm studying a language at the moment with Duolingo. And I was thinking about it this morning. Did that sound, I don't know if you've done Duolingo recently.
Yeah, I do it. My streak's like 1,000 something days. I'm hooked.
So you see, so now that little sound, every time you get the thing at the answer and it goes, ding. I was thinking about it like initially that was irritating. But then I turned off the sound the one day and I was like, I missed that sound.
You Pavlov. It's that reward.
100% gamification and it's best.
For what it's worth, Garmin has way more gamification. So I think you might like it. You can join like walking challenges where you compete against other people. You get there's way more milestones. My partner uses Garmin and he loves it. So Apple seems simple on the gamification side. It's clean, but in comparison, there's more there on the Garmin side.
Yeah, and I think it does come down to what is your ecosystem that you want to be in.
Yeah.
And say I've replaced another $100 watch. I might carry on doing that for a bit, but I'm very tempted. A lot of people speak highly of Garmin.
The battery life too is a big difference. Not needing to charge every day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. What else is new with you?
I'm trying to think, to be honest. I've been doing this phase 1 of 75 hard. So 75 hard was picture of yourself, 2 workouts a day, 1 outside, 4 liters of water, read 10 pages nonfiction book, follow a diet, no alcohol. Now you add cold showers for 5 minutes, visualization for 10 minutes, and 3 critical tasks. And when I got to the end of 75 days, I was debating whether I start this or not. And then I thought we're running into this period, November, December, where I'm going to have to force myself to make sure things are happening. So the critical tasks make sense. I've been experimenting with cold showers. So I was going to do that anyway, but 5 minutes sound like a long time. And then the visualization, I was doing that anyway. So let me just do phase 1. So the hardest thing has been the 5 minutes cold shower, especially when it's -2 degrees outside.
Yeah. When it gets cold, that's hard.
Yeah. But actually, I'm 18 days in, and and you only have to do it for 30 days. And I have to be honest, I'm actually enjoying the cold showers.
Mm.
The part that I thought would be the most difficult is, I wouldn't say it's the easiest. It's still a mental get in there. Okay, I'm not so sure I want to do this yet. Give myself count to 5. Okay, I'm going to do it. But you might have been a kid and going in the cold pool at home, like that
Mhm.
first time. So you just dive in and do it. And you can't do like a cold plunge. You have to do a shower. But I'm enjoying it. So that's really my news at the moment, is like follow that program, and I'm just working through a whole bunch. What I like about this framework is it forces you to do stuff that you would easily push off. Like you don't make that phone call. You don't do the cold, and the cold shower is all about grit. Like literally standing underneath there, and you've got this cold water hitting your head and just sticking it out for 5 minutes. And 5 minutes is a long time in a cold shower.
Yeah. Could be your whole shower.
But this was the funny thing. I was telling the guys, I don't shower for 5 minutes. So that was the first thing, is like, how do I sit what do you do for 5 minutes in the shower? You've washed yourself, I shave, I do all that stuff. So I've usually done in 3 minutes. So to do 5 minutes was a very long time the first couple of days. So yeah. So that's my latest news, to be honest.
Congrats on making it through phase 0 of 75 hard.
Yeah. Thank you.
Did you notice any benefits, any differences?
I did it, and I do need to run, unfortunately, in a minute. But so I definitely took some weight off. I lost about 6 kilos. And my workouts were not always gym workouts. They were also just walking, because I was sick for a while. But mostly the mental thing. I just found that just by pushing through it and doing the same routine every day, it gave me something to focus on, that at the end of the day, you're like, you know what, I did all this stuff today, and who cares how work went? Who cares that you didn't do this other thing? So from that point of view, I definitely found a mental fortitude. And the same thing with the phase 1, which is that slightly bit harder. Like it's now 2:00 in the afternoon, and I've finished everything except for my second workout. So like my day is, I've achieved that stuff. And it is literally like some nights, the one night I got home at 10 o'clock at night, and I forgot to do the cold shower. So I did have cold shower at 10 o'clock at night. And it's just that fortitude of just, because you can either fail and start again, or you can just do the thing. And it's just getting in to do that thing.
Yeah, it's quite an accomplishment. And I'll let you go, but
Yeah,
it
you
was
should
good
do
to
it.
catch up. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll think
for
about it. Maybe not the cold showers.
That's what
We'll
says, yeah.
see.
Sure. Super.
Alrighty.
I'll chat to you later.
Talk later.
Cheers, eh?
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to our episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Please share it with your friends and colleagues. Help us grow our network. Please also check out our website at www.valuu.work, and our product that's on there. It's something we worked really hard on, and we hope that it benefits you.